Hi, this is John and welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to talk to you about whether you can build muscle and get hypertrophy training with lighter weights. So over the years I've been taught to train in a certain repetition range. The majority of people respond to a certain repetition range for growing muscle and strength. And that range was for my upper body, I was taught 6 to 10 repetitions. For my legs, I was taught 12 to 20 repetitions. And I've worked within those ranges for the most part of 37 years. However, even though I did those things and trained to failure with as much weight as I can handle in those repetitions, ranges, I also was taught to give myself a little bit of a break and don't beat up those joints so much with that heavy weight. 6 to 10 repetitions on the upper body, man, the joints just start to take a beating after a while if you stay always low repetitions. So 12 to 20 on the legs. If you always stay in the same repetition range, I was taught bump it up once in a while. And conversely, you can go lower once in a while as well. But what I defaulted on was for my own personal workouts, I would train maybe 2-3 workouts in a row in that 6 to 10 range for my upper body, 12 to 20 in the lower body, and then I would go ahead and add in a higher repetition, lighter weight workout done to failure as well, where I would do 12 to 15 repetitions on my upper body and then 20 or 30 repetitions on my legs. Well, I didn't suffer because of that. Mentally, I thought, wow, I must not be training as hard as I could because I'm not using the most massive weight that I could lift. But the fact of the matter was my physique did not suffer because of it. It actually looked better, my joints felt better, and psychologically it gave me something to look forward to in my workouts. So a higher repetition day and a massive pump in those muscles as well. It's kind of fun. So why am I talking to you about this subject matter today? Well, I was going to be doing this anyway, and then I find myself on YouTube this morning, looking at some videos myself, and I come across an old friend of mine's video on just this subject. His name is Jerry Brainum, and I'll put for you the link for his video down in the subject matter, the description of this video, right here in the bottom description of this video for you guys to click on. So look, Jerry discusses, the great thing about Jerry is, first of all, we go way back. Gold's Gym in Venice, I was a trainer there for 15 years. I used to go and buy my creatine and my whey protein at a sports nutrition supplement store in Culver City, California, and it was called Fox Nutrition, and Jerry and his girlfriend used to run it. So I used to go over there, and Jerry, he's just, man, he's an old-time bodybuilder, he's really intelligent, great guy, loves to share information, and he's a researcher. He doesn't just share information that's all hyperbole or gym myth, but he wants to go and he wants to share factual things backed up by science. So when I would go there, that's how I first found out about creatine. He shared with me how important creatine supplementation was and the benefits from it. So I've been using creatine off and on for years. I love it. And then whey protein. So the same, he would explain, backing it up with research, backing it up with actual hard science, the facts as to why you should use these things. So back to the story. Jerry, great guy. His video, he's discussing right here, I'm watching it today, where he's discussing actual recent studies and research done comparing low repetition training with heavy weights performed to momentary muscular failure, training to failure, versus higher repetition, lighter weight training performed again to failure, momentary muscular failure. Whoa. Common denominator between the two, failure, training to failure, momentary muscular failure. You see, that's necessary. Going from activating the slow twitch fibers to the fast twitch fibers. The fast twitch fibers, certain ones of them are most responsible and have the most potential for muscle growth. And that's what we want when we're talking about having a nice looking physique with bigger muscles. Not necessarily strength now, okay, but a nice looking physique with bigger muscles. The end result of that study that he cited in that video is the same amount of muscle mass was built in these two populations the same. Whether you used heavy weights, low repetitions to failure, high repetitions, lighter weights to failure. To failure is necessary. Training to momentary muscular failure to stimulate that muscle mass to grow. To flip on that light switch, that trigger that says, muscles, I need you to grow. I need more muscle. So, the difference though was the lighter weight guys and girls that trained this way with more repetitions did not develop great strength. You must train. If you're interested in strength, especially if you're a strength athlete, and having a nice physique, you must train in the lower repetition ranges along with the heaviest weights possible, taken to failure, and you will increase both your muscle mass and your strength. If that's not an issue, now of course you run the risk of wear and tear on your joints over time if you constantly stay in that range. But if you are interested more in a physique and having a nice looking physique, and not so much caring about that strength factor, you can get away with training in a higher repetition range, lighter weights, but again, taken to failure. Now, I've said that about 500 times in this video. So, train to failure being the common denominator. You have to take it to the point where you cannot lift that weight even one more time to a full contraction. You have to lift that weight to the point where the muscles just won't do it. Whether you use a lightweight or whether you use a heavyweight. That's the common denominator, and you must do that in order to stimulate new muscle mass to grow. Again, I'm going to put that link in the description of this video, so you can go ahead and check out Jerry's video as well, along with maybe the research that he's offering, that you can get some good scientific backup to what I'm saying right here and to what he has said. But also, before you go, if you like the videos I'm putting up, please hit the like button and to your right, that red subscribe button. I really appreciate it. From my heart to you, John Hart, have a nice day.